Hey everybody, welcome to Fragrance Explorer. My name's Robert, and today we're going to be talking about Dunhill's Icon, so let's get started. Dunhill's Icon is a masculine woody aromatic that was introduced in 2015 and created by perfumer Carlos Benaim. Let's take a look at the note breakdown of this fragrance. In the top we have neroli, Italian bergamot, black pepper, and petitgrain. In the heart or the mid we have lavender, cardamom, sage, and juniper berry. And in the base we have iris, leather, vetiver, oud, and oak moss. Icon shares several notes with another fragrance that was also created by Carlos Benaim, and that fragrance is Polo. That was introduced in 1978. And the notes that it shares are bergamot, black pepper, juniper berries, vetiver, leather, and oak moss. So there's quite a bit of similarity there. Now these fragrances aren't clones of one another, but they do share a lot of similar DNA. And I would say that Icon has a similar vibe to Polo in the sense that both of those fragrances are probably considered to be fairly mature fragrances. I would consider Icon to be a very mature fragrance, probably for people definitely over 30 if you're going to try to wear this. So we talked a little bit about the note breakdown. Let's talk about the presentation. So I really like the presentation that Dunhill has done with the packaging of this bottle. So we have a glass bottle that is encased in what appears to be like a machined aluminum sleeve, and it's got like a diamond plate. It's got like a diamond plate finish to it. So it's got a really good feel in the hand. The cap has got the Dunhill logo emblazoned on the top. It's basically in a chrome look with a black field behind it, and the lid, the cap, snaps on with a nice tactile click. I don't recommend that you do this, but you can pick it up by the cap and it actually holds the bottle. The top of the bottle is really got a shiny, polished surface. Emblazoned across the top is Alfred Dunhill Limited, London. The presentation's really first class on this. My first impression of the fragrance was that it had a really strong lavender opening. It smelled a lot like Yardley's English Lavender hand soap. And so it's not that it has a soapy smell, but it reminded me that lavender popped right out. The other note that I get that's really kind of prominent in this is the juniper berries. I grew up in northwestern New Mexico, out in kind of a rural area, and we had quite a few juniper cedars on our property, and so the smell of the juniper berries really popped out to me, and this does have juniper berry in there. And because of that, I would say that this fragrance, at least for me, with the strong juniper note in there, I would say that this tends to be a fragrance you should probably wear more in cooler weather, the fall, maybe winter, and early spring. I think with heat, this would kind of be a cloying smell that would really not work well in a hot environment. In a cooler temperature situation, this is probably a really good fragrance. As far as impressions that I had the first time I wore this, it's got a really clean smell. It's probably not my favorite smell. I rated this a 7 out of 10. I asked my family members how they would rate this fragrance, and my youngest daughter, who's 18 years old, she gave this a 6. Her boyfriend gave this a 6. My wife gave this a 3, and I gave this a 7. I don't think this is going to be a compliment grabber. It's probably more of it's definitely a more mature fragrance. It's probably not one that I'm going to be reaching for a lot, but I am happy with the purchase. It's unique. It's different than any of the other fragrances that I own. It does not have a sweet, bubblegummy smell like a lot of modern fragrances do. But it is a more mature, reserved type of fragrance that might be suited for more formal occasions. You could wear this with a suit and a tie or a jacket, and it would probably you'd probably be able to pull it off. But it's definitely, for me, not an everyday wear. And I hope you like these reviews. We're going to try to keep them. The reason I'm starting this channel is that I wanted to have reviews that were focused on a single fragrance one at a time. Rather than trying to compare it to a lot of different, a group of fragrances. I want to keep them short and just have brief reviews, just so that if you were coming to this channel and you wanted to look up a specific fragrance and want to get somebody else's opinion of it, you could get kind of an honest assessment. I buy all my own fragrances. Nobody provides these for me. So I make the purchases myself, and I try to give an honest assessment of what I think of the fragrance. And I hate to start out with the very first review on this channel being negative, and I'm not saying that this is a negative review. This is a good fragrance. It's a quality fragrance. It does not smell cheap at all, but it is definitely one that you would wear for a specific occasion. For me, it's not an everyday wear. I hope you like this, and click like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.